Now that the party's here. Oh, we're live now. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to your normal viewing of Team Ethereal and all the shenanigans we've got going on. Nate is back from vacation. We're so happy to see him. We've got April with us as usual. We love her to pieces. And then Mr. Hunter is going to be doing some wild shenanigans as well, I'm sure.
Oh, that'll get you banned on Twitch.
Oh my God. We're not on Twitch tonight. I didn't click it. I forgot.
Oh, that's all bets are off then.
Yeah, all bets are off because we're not on Twitch and we're not monetized on Facebook or YouTube, so they're not going to fuck with us. Anyway, so Nate, dude, tell us about this trip. You went to see your in-laws, right? That was what this was about.
Yeah, so we went to the Philippines to spend time with my wife's family. To get Grandpa to be able to meet baby Bella. So we went out there, spent time in Manila for a little bit, which is the biggest city, and then we went up north to Moncada, where my wife's family's at, and we spent time up there. Then we dropped the baby off for like 3 to 4 days.
Oh,
and then we flew out from Manila and we went to Malaysia for a day, and then
cool.
We hung out in Malaysia for a day. Then we took a bus to Singapore that night, and then spent the day in Singapore for a day. Then took the bus back to Malaysia for another day, and then we flew back to Manila, and then we spent the rest of the time in Manila till we came home.
Man, I know you had to eat some amazing food over there.
Oh my gosh. And this is the funniest thing in the world. Like, I haven't ate McDonald's in 2 years.
Right.
Almost 2.5 years. We ate McDonald's in Singapore because that was the only thing open in the morning, because we got there like at 5 in the morning.
Okay.
So I'm like, and it tasted so much better than American version ever was.
Really?
It was just, the quality was so much better.
Isn't that interesting?
It is. I've ate so much food. No, I eat Filipino food all the time here anyway, since my wife cooks it. But to eat it 24/7, I lost 20 pounds while I was there.
Well, it's all the walking in the bus and stuff.
Oh yeah. We walked and back. It was a 3-day backpack trip. Like, we didn't have a hotel.
You're looking pretty fly, my friend. I got to put that out there.
For a white guy?
For a white guy. So we had a good time. I got to meet everybody, spend time with my brother and sister-in-law, my father-in-law. And there is a language barrier, because it is a little bit hard to understand, but you know what? You just work through that. You just take your time, and they were teaching me Tagalog and I'm teaching them English, so it kind of worked out. But I ate so much food, but with all the heat and the humidity that's there, it's just as bad as here. We came
like
back
Texas.
like, I came back home, I'm like, oh crap, it's still 111. I left, it was 111.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of protein over there, right? Like, you're eating a lot of meat over there.
Yeah, it's pork, chicken, some beef, but a lot of vegetables. You eat vegetables and rice with every meal. So if you don't like rice, you're in the wrong place. I'll tell you.
Get out of here if you don't like rice. Yeah, no, I'm with you. So I'm excited because I've been mailing books out left and right recently, like left and right. And I know you were talking about doing some openings. So let's get into that. We'll get, I know Shawnee just hopped in here. So we'll grab Shawnee.
Oh my goodness, I love you.
And then we're gonna make Nate all big so he can do his first Ethereal live unboxing with us. So let's make him all big so we can all see him.
In the good way, not the bad way, right?
No. Well, if we want to get into a video like that one of these days, I'll make sure you get a few extra bucks to do that. So.
But usually, like, when I unbox it, you guys know I have a YouTube channel. I unbox everything, and so I've always unboxed it. But let's see what Dustin sent me, because part of it is a mystery box too.
Man, those mystery boxes have been going like wheat cakes for the past week. I love it. I'm so excited about it. Well,
and you know why?
We get a lot of new fans.
You never know what you're going to get in the mystery box.
For sure.
And that's the fun part.
Absolutely. All right. I know that you wanted 2 particular books that were in there.
Yeah.
I made sure you got those. But now, like, I'm already boxing up the If It Hops stuff. So we're starting to get that out this week. Shawnee's got a bunch of stuff over there too. She's poking around. I see you, Shawnee.
I see you, baby.
Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass.
You having fun?
But we're always having fun.
Good.
When do we not have fun? It'd be pretty fucking boring if we weren't having a good time.
Well, you know.
All
What
right.
is that nonsense? Never mind. I'll ask in a minute.
Okay. First up.
Shawnee's trying to. Yeah. So how
Sweet.
cool is that?
Haha.
So that particular artwork that Devin did was used on the preview editions of Theater 7.
Yep.
And I thought it was so beautiful that I didn't want people not to see it or get their hands on it. So that entire book and backstory for you guys that are just learning about Devin Matthews and stuff is all his books have been black and white. I absolutely love that one. They've all been black and white. So when we put out Theater 7, I thought it was only fair that we did an entire issue, like an entire version in black and white. So every time we release Theater 7, there'll be an all black and white issue to show off Devin's technique.
And it makes me happy because, you know, I'm a huge black and white guy.
Absolutely.
So, and, you know, and I already had the main cover, the main color cover. So
Yeah.
So having it as a set to me was even better.
Right on.
All right, let's see what you sent me. So
Let's
I'm
see
gonna
what you
do.
got.
But
We're gonna
wait, there's
do
more.
this. There's a lot more.
Woohoo.
So that's a foil, if I'm not mistaken.
Not sure. Yep.
That is a Greg Bow and Glenell foil cover.
Yeah.
Nice.
One thing that we're doing that's a lot of fun with the mystery boxes is every like 3 of them we're dropping a foil or a metal in it. So we're very, very happy about that. I just when I first started putting books out, I was a little overboard on how many books I would order. So I have tons of ethereal books here at the house.
Justin, go overboard? No.
Never. So that is a preview edition.
Yeah.
Yes.
That cover we've never used again. That was a Bladen Hunter cover.
It was.
Absolutely love that one. I think he killed that one. So I think that was the
Fun.
first cover art I actually saw for Theater 7.
Nice. And what I like
Sounds
about
about right.
it is if you look here, if I can get it into the thing, you see all the posters in the background.
Oh, I love all the posters. I know they're so
And it
fun.
gives you a lot of little hints there. I noticed
Yeah,
that when I got it the first time. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, all the folks love to go into the background and do really fun stuff with the posters and whatnot.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah. BGD 2. Jen Leonard did that one. After Mike DeBalfo.
Yeah.
I think the homage was from a Widow's Web cover, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right. Yeah, I think it is.
Because that was a cover that I requested an homage for. So really, really liked that cover. I think there's only like 3 of those left anywhere that I know of. I have no idea where the rest of them are in the world. So
Oh yeah.
I got the non naughty version.
look at that one though. So that one was from
Now,
April.
who I wonder did that?
I wonder.
Some crazy lady, I think.
I think so.
Oh, I hear it's glow in the dark active or something. What do they call that?
It's, what is it
UV
called?
reactive.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's Blacklight.
Yeah, there we go. That's
Ooh.
the
Such a
ticket.
cool cover. I remember seeing those and just thinking it was so phenomenal. The different versions that she did were so cool for that.
Super fun.
You did awesome, April.
Oh my
Love
god, building that carousel was something. Jesus. Well, I did it all in Photoshop, and so I was like literally trying to like scale the vantage points and stuff. It was a mess.
Oh,
Super fun though.
You did a
I'm
great job, though.
fan
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
of all that cool stuff. April does the neatest things. I remember watching her do the print for Suncoast Comic Con, the exclusive print, and it was just so cool to see how she would move certain details. And I don't know, I'm a big Agent C fan, and I think April definitely brings the brings the fire when it comes to Bunny. So,
I love her.
That's why I can't wait to get that artwork in.
oh
I'm
man,
leaving.
oh man, I'm
Okay.
so jealous. That's such a cool piece.
Haha. So April, thank you so much.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
man,
Most
that was
welcome.
yours, huh?
Ah,
Gorgeous,
Yes.
gorgeous.
Very nice. Very nice.
so
I
this will
loved
look.
it so much. I made it a cover.
Yeah, and you know what? I bought that cover too. by
No
the way.
kidding.
I
Super
sure did.
sweet.
I had to.
Of
I
course.
love that. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it was so fun. I was trying to make the background. The prompt was galaxy, so trying to decide how I was gonna convey that. It was like, okay, so I'll do this night sky through the water, but it almost looks like it's the actual background. So yeah, I just love that multi-layer effect.
And
Oh,
the
man.
unicorn one comes out later, right?
Yes. I don't think I'll have enough time to get it out before Kinktober.
That's okay.
So I have
That's
a
all right.
feeling that I'm still plugging away at it, but I'll probably wind up having it completed by January. So that way I can maybe do a January, February Kickstarter for the book. But yeah, as I get them completed, I can get them mailed out to you guys. It's just I before I try to put it on crowdfunding or anything, I want to make sure I have all the pages done first.
For sure, absolutely.
Definitely makes it a lot easier too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that campaign is doing really well right now. I think it's looking pretty awesome.
Oh, I felt so bad. I kind of messed up and didn't realize I had to put the cover images in the story. And so I thought when I uploaded them for the reward tiers, that it was just there. So I was getting a lot of confused comments. So I'm like, oh my God,
Right?
I'm so embarrassed. I just want to crawl under a rock.
Well, it changes all the time. Coming from somebody that uses the platform religiously, it changes every time we turn around for the better, for the most part.
For the most part.
It is. The UI is always different. Something is always going on with it. I'm going to show you guys a cover some of you may not have seen, but most of you have. I know that most of you have seen it, but I think it's crazy cool how many people have reached out to me in the past week looking for this cover. Mind you, I don't have it. So I am printing more of them, but they will, and it wasn't like it was a limited
Justin's
cover.
caveat: I don't have it, but
I don't take me out or anything to try to get this one because I only have one in my possession. So,
precious.
it's very cool. This cover has all of a sudden taken a huge interest in everyone, and it's very cool. I love it. It's one of my favorite covers. But it's weird. It's really cool though. And he was talking about those mystery boxes. The more that we introduce folks to teams, and the more that we introduce them to stories, the more that we introduce them, the more people talk, and then the more people show things to other people. That's why the mystery boxes are so much fun, because we can throw in books that you may not have ever read or ever seen, and they get better. Since our printer has been so amazing and catching up, you guys will be able to get mystery books that are way different than you've ever been able to get from us before. Starting in 3 weeks, if it hops 2 will be in those mystery boxes. You'll have Fallen Leaves in the mystery box. There's all kinds of books that we're getting right now that will be in those. And within a month, you'll start seeing Underland show up. Once that gets all sent out, that'll start showing up in mystery boxes. So I'm crazy excited. And I want to thank everyone that's picked those boxes up, because it's such a helpful thing for us right now while we're working on other things, so thank you so very much. And we're super thrilled. April, what are you working on tonight? You're working on your cards, right?
Nothing.
No?
Sneaky.
We're not working on Red Sonja cards tonight?
We are working on Red Sonja cards.
They look great.
Yeah. My buddy over there at Dynamite's like, I need to do like a couple and I need them like now. So I started them like 2 days ago.
Right on.
But I'm like, the fast turnaround, you ain't getting any shit background. Like, I'm just blacking it out. But I think it adds to the sex appeal.
I think that looks
I agree.
cool. Yeah, I like it.
You could do your own color like set. You could be like, this is a black set.
Right. That's essentially what this is.
I dig that. I think that's so very cool. And Bladen Hunter over here, I believe he's working on a card to sell tonight. If anybody's interested in picking one up, we'll also post that on the Ethereal group for you guys. If anybody wants to see it later, very, very cool stuff. And he's the master of monsters around here. So I have a lot of love for you, sir, but I can't hear a word you're saying.
Well, exactly. Charlie Brown.
Yeah, so we'll post it on the website so you guys can check it out.
Cool.
But we're all super excited about everything going on right now. I think, oh my gosh, I'm only waiting on two metals left that I had to reorder because of humidity damage. So after that, All Fallen Leaves one will be out. And now we're pushing that bunny out the door. Like, I'm trying to get her fluffy ass out as soon as possible.
I love the way you put that. You said, I got all the pointy ears out. Now it's all the floppy
Yeah,
ears.
now we're on the floppy ears. Get her ass out of the house.
The floppy
She's
ears,
grown.
nobody but.
Yes, that's right. Be out there shaking that little furry tuft of yours so we can get on to the next project. But yeah, we're all working on the Halloween stuff right now. We're all working on Where They Dwell. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the background. And we're really, really excited about it. Like, super excited about some of this stuff. I have, to give you an idea, I've worked probably 65 hours this past week just shipping, trying to get books out to y'all. So I'm very thrilled with the fact they all came in. They were all pretty. They're all out. You know what I mean? So Shawnee and Nate know when we first got those elf books, we had a crazy disaster with those.
The drama. Oh, the drama.
That was so bad.
So we're so glad that they all came in. We took care of it. The order's out. Now we're dealing with the bunny. Right now I'm waiting on implants to show up for a couple of people. So there's all
you should do a
That
video.
always makes me laugh
Facebook
every
for
time I
that
hear
one.
that. It's just-
When you get that, you got to post something. Come on.
I this time I will, because right now I'm not going to dig through my own pillow to get mine out and show them to you guys. But they're real, like they're real implants. Like, it's insane how cool they are. And it's weird because they're like flesh tone and stuff. Like, I didn't think they would be like that when they put them in there, but
They're
they
like
have
the real deal.
Yeah, they look like a real boob. Like, the whole nipple and everything is on there, and I'm just like, this is insanity. I remember, and they come in this box, right? I should have charged more for shipping, but I'm that person. So, but the box it comes in is literally like it's like, it feels like it's some space age technology. Like, you open the box and like gas is gonna come out of the box as you open it. It's insane how the box is. And it's got this sheet paper in it that feels like underwear fabric. It's like the wildest thing in the world. But there's
you also have to keep in mind that you don't want it to get superficial abrasions.
Absolutely. There you go.
So it has to.
Yeah. Well, it comes in the box. The box is like, the foam in the box is like perfect. Like, there is no give anywhere in it. They fit right in there just right. So
Like a glove?
like a glove.
Yeah,
Dude.
perfect.
Like
for
a
the hands.
glove.
Plush pillows for your dirty pillows.
That's it.
My.
You
should-
but it's
Next
funny,
Next time you should get like little white gloves and call it the white glove treatment.
we should. How fun would that be? Like, oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. Well, right now we're working. I got the first sticky cover in, And so for Halloween, so we're really excited about that. For those of you guys that haven't seen anything on the sticky covers for the Halloween books, we're doing spot foils for some of the covers. And they're going to be a lot of fun. Like, they're ridiculously fun. I saw
Those are going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
I saw Devon's. I think I showed Shawnee Devon's with the apple, the caramel apple. So I think it'll be really neat to see like the dripping off of the caramel and stuff. Shawnee,
See, that sounds more and more like Red Label material, and I need a little of that managerial action.
Shawnee, who is the Facebook user?
That would be Andrew Wilson.
What
Hello,
else?
Andrew Wilson. We like that guy.
What?
Andrew Wilson's a good dude.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
April will take your word for it.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, so you think it should be Red Label? I don't know. It's not that far. It's not that far from it.
It's not that far.
From it. But it's also like, if you haven't dropped some kind of sticky food on yourself at some point when you were eating it naked, you're not doing it right. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Red Label, it's
We're getting there. We're getting real close.
Inktober's coming.
Dude, oh, look here. If you haven't seen the last Kinktober book with My Poor Penny on it, I'm
Oh, I have that one.
She was not the only one that was.
no, she wasn't. But My
No,
Poor
she
Penny is
wasn't.
the one that sticks out in my mind.
That poor elf chick of yours too.
Oh yeah, she got it too. Oh my poor
Yeah.
elf.
You might need
And-
a purple
oh,
label
Agent
soon. And
D.
in between blue and red, make it
Uh-huh.
purple for risque, kind of like.
Yeah,
that.
there's a mid-range. Nah, fuck that. We do.
But
extreme.
because I'm ahead of colors, we'll call it periwinkle.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
wink is in the name.
wink, wink.
Wink.
Ah,
Look at you on it.
What?
I'm just on it, man. I love it. No,
That's
there's
what she said.
so I'm really trying to make sure that we give people what they want, but also not break that boundary for each actual brand. Man, one of these days, old Hollywood, she'd make a fun character, right? I need to look into that, see if I can't maybe bring her over to Ethereal. But no, it'd be dangerous. But they,
love
so much fun.
God.
But we have, like, there's a panel, or there's a page, a full page in Frog Legs that we had to be real careful about. Like, I was really testing everybody's limits on that one. So really excited that that's almost all the way done. Like, how hyped am I about that? Like, oh my God. I'm ready for that one. I know that Mr. Hunter is almost done with BGD 4 in its entirety.
Holy
So-
crap.
nice.
We're almost done there.
I'm done with my part of BGD4.
You got the additional pages done too already? Holy shit.
Oh no, I forgot that was a thing.
That's
Never mind.
Just a
I
little
got
bit.
it.
yeah, see, I was defending your
Like a
honor.
rug.
So we're almost done with that book. We're also we're almost done with Frog Legs. There's so many books that are in the pipe from the different teams that everybody's working so hard. I just saw some new My Metal Girl the other day, and I shared a little image on the group
Mhm.
about with it on there. That's turning out beautiful. Like, it's ridiculous how pretty it is. I know Donnie's working his ass off over there on There Be Shadows too. So there's a bunch of folks that are just going ham right now. I'll tell you who really went, like, there's two dudes that really went above and beyond in the past like 2 weeks. For those of you that don't know, Ed Garcia had some things going on, some stuff in his life, so we've had to move some stuff around to adjust to that. But we picked up JT for Greed, JT Malloy, and dude knocked out like 8 pages in a week. He was so excited. And we love that he's so excited. He's such a good dude. And then
He's just crazy anyway. I mean, it's in a good way, but yeah, he's insane.
and then Mitch Massey has picked up The Listener and has already almost finished the book. So he's doing the latter 14 pages of it. Man, when is the cloning of Artist and Dustin? Two Dustins. So I'm going to tell you a secret that a lot of people don't know about me is
But
I
you love to be called Dusty.
know. Fuck around. I will burn the world to ash.
He makes no secret.
To
That is a big old
ass.
nope.
Oh my god.
No, there is none of that nonsense. So that's like no.
We're filling the jar.
Yeah, that jar. You know what's fill in the jar, fill in the
You're gonna have to
jar.
start a new jar.
But no, so I actually am an engineering major, and I used to draw every day of my life until I broke my hand once. I got a boxer's fracture in my right hand, and then I broke it again. And the second time I broke it, I had to have it rebuilt from like the ground up, like my ring finger and my pinky finger. And for those of you who don't know what a boxer's fracture is, the break is actually in the hand. It's not in the finger.
It also means it was self-imposed.
Yeah,
and you were a naughty boy.
Yeah, that's where those come from. So I was not as nice in my youth as I am now. But so
no, those emails.
Now you just get nasty emails. I don't fuck around no more. But so yeah. So the when I broke it the second time, they had a machine that was a brand new type of machine that would introduce bone growth. So I could only have a soft cast, and then I had to have this machine on that would vibrate to try to stimulate bone growth, like for 2 hours. You are so
April's got way dirty today.
Right.
Like I said it. I'm only laughing. Whatever.
But so I got it fixed and everything was good, but I couldn't draw anymore.
Yeah.
And
you were stimulating bone growth.
Exactly.
With a machine.
She's so dumb. Oh God. So anyway, so that's
one name through your card with like squiggle lines because she's gonna be laughing too hard.
I'm trying not to because I'm inking. This is awful. God, Dustin. How dare you?
Yes, I am an awful human being.
No. You're just trying to sabotage my workflow.
Oh, get out of here.
Monkey wrench.
Goodness gracious.
Dusty monkey wrench, Brunel.
Okay.
Here comes the email.
Mm-hmm. Wow, don't make me laugh like that. My face hurts now. Oh my God.
Go straight to junk mail.
Straight to junk mail. Oh, so you.
It's like my mom. Did you get my voicemail? Oh, you called? She's
yeah.
And then I'm all like, hey, I saw that you called, but you didn't leave a voicemail. She's like, you never even check it. I'm like, oh, well, this is once. I don't know.
Yes,
whatever.
Ethereal is hands-on, sir.
Yeah.
Hands-on everything.
That's right.
White glove treatment and the bone growth.
Anyway, so after that, it was pretty much like it doesn't work, so I'm not going to try anymore. You know, like I can't hold a pencil. That's why you guys, when you see me sign, I only sign my initials because I can't sign my name. If I sign it, it's going to look like shit. You know, and I never want it to be like that. So I always give you guys the best tooth I can get out when I'm done, you know. Especially when there's like 60 of them on the table. I'm just going, oh my God, how is this going to work?
Look here. So
at least I can type
just the initials. That sounds like you're half-assing that.
No, I promise you it's full, because if I actually sign my full name, it would look atrocious on your book. You know?
You got to do at least one like that for me, then.
It'd be like Michael J. Fox signed your book, and you don't want that.
Do that on a Theater 7, then.
Something.
Shoddy. Too soon.
Oh.
And you know, he's one of the nicest people I've ever fucking met in my life. So, like, yeah, I got to spend the day with him and his family well before it got to the later stages of everything going on with him. But
I love
no,
him.
man, I only full ass. I only full ass.
So, yeah, Jimmy Green says you're definitely half-assing.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy Green knows. Jimmy Green's probably see me break my fucking hand at least once.
Probably. So, yeah.
Probably. I think the first time I did it, we were
Full
in high
potato.
school. Yeah. The first time we did it, we were in high school, and it was a guy that was bigger than me. And when I hit him, my fucking finger got caught on the bottom of his goddamn chin, and I just kept pushing. And there's no way for the inertia to go but back into your hand. So, yeah, that shit sucked. And then I fucking tripped over a sprinkler that day. That was ass too. Yeah.
This is not your day.
Full ass kind of moment.
Good times. Jimmy don't want to talk to me about whole ass live because I've seen Jimmy do some stuff. So
Go toe to toe.
Bully, whatever. We got. We need to bring Jimmy
Jimmy's
on.
telling tales.
I could tell you some tales about
Oh.
Mr. Reed.
Jimmy, you need to come on because
Yeah.
you know
You know, one of
I
the-
need fuel for the fodder.
Yeah. Finger
like-
cups. Yeah.
Finger cups. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
There is no fifth to plead, my friend.
Oh
There-
man.
There is no escape. Don't dusty me. I'll tell everybody fucking stories. Oh my god. No, you know, we had a pretty good. We lived in back then when Jimmy and I were young. Orange Park was a nice place. It was a cool place to live, and you know, we all read comics. We all hung out. We all played paintball. You know, it was, you know, chasing girls and having a good time, and the world wasn't like that later, you know. So it was interesting to see how everybody grew up and where they went and the directions they went and stuff like that. But comic books has always been a thing for us, like the entire community. We would trade books. We would be excited to get books. I remember the first Spawns I ever got were from Jimmy Green. You know, there was all kinds of shit, you know, and
That's a whole lot of history.
oh man,
Oh.
no, you know, the world isn't, my friend. The world is not the same. But you know, we used to have a buddy of ours named John Jenkins, really good dude. His dad was in the Navy, and he would come back from deployment with Spawn figures. And back in the day, so if you guys are Spawn fans or not, when the toys would come out for Spawn, I have almost all of them here at the house, all the variants and stuff. But they would put out these multicolor variants. That's dope, dude. They would put out multicolored variants. Like you'd get a clown that was one color, and then somehow some store would have a variant color. And there was like no rhyme or reason to it, but you'd be like, "Oh my god, that's a different color one. I need to get that one." You know what I mean? You'd be chasing them down, and
I
every
was
now
like
and-
that with image variants.
yeah,
Top Cow.
yeah. Tom
That
Cow-
one's in green holofoil. I need it.
I have to
Yeah.
have them all.
Savage
Oh my
Joe.
god, there's a blue one. Fuck.
Yeah,
Just enough
absolutely.
money.
Rainbow of colors. Got to have them.
I think it really started for me, comic book wise, with Gen 13 and chasing the Gen 13 variants when they first started coming out.
Oh,
Like
mine was
that.
Aphrodite 9.
Oh, Shadowrun, get out of here, Jimmy. That's fucking old. People don't know what Shadowrun is.
I know what Shadowrun is.
Shadowrun was shit, man. We
Let's
were
talk about
all for
April,
that.
mine was Witchblade.
Yeah, Witchblade was another big one. You know, like the darkness was huge the same way. You know, you didn't know what a fucking variant was till Image and Top Cow started fucking
Yeah.
shitting around, and you were chasing them for days. But we were so young, it was like there was no chasing them. You know, you would get what you could find, and we used to go to like the flea market and shit, and they'd have shops at the flea market that were, you know, selling comic books and whatnot, and it'd be, you know, 50 cents, 75 cents. And every now and then you'd find one for like $5, and you'd be like, "Oh man, that's the good one. It's $5." You know?
Yep.
You know, but no, comic books are something that I think changed a lot of people's lives. You know, and I am grateful every day that someone reaches out and says, "Hey, man, I read one of your books and it did something for me." You know, as much as a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's just boobs," or it's just, hyper violence. There's a lot of story in Ethereal. Like, we sit there and we put a lot of time into the books, and even like BGD, there's so many underlying topics to it. Like the AI stuff. Should they have rights? Should they be considered real? Should they exist? Who are we to own something? If it can think for itself and we own it, is that not like slavery? You know what I mean? There's a lot to it. Man, oh my gosh, Marvel cards, fuck that. Trading Marvel cards and stuff. I remember that.
The
And-
Marvel masterpieces. Remember?
Yeah,
going
the
to
Marvel
Clear
masterpieces.
Slayer.
I've got. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, look at fucking April. April gets to work with all those cats. She gets to do all those badass cards and stuff, man. That's what she's doing now. It's something that's like surpasses time itself, right? Everybody's like, digitals, and we love digitals. We love our backers that buy digitals. We love our pre-orders, whatever. But there was a time period when everybody was like, "Oh yeah, digital is going to surpass paper." That shit's never going to happen.
No.
It's never going to happen. There are so many people that love the medium. You're never going to take that away from them. You're just never going to take it from them. Like I personally will not, read a digital myself because I like the feel of the paper in my hand. That's not to say there's anything wrong with it. There's two different types of collector. I just started learning about how serious digital collectors were recently. Now we have digital guys and gals that come in and they want all the covers, just like you would as a regular collector. They want all the digital covers, so we make the PDFs that contain all the digital covers for them and whatnot. So when you get on your BlackBerry or your tablet or your Mac or whatever it is, you can just hop on there and you can go through it and you can see all the books that you've purchased, and I think that is just the coolest thing.
And if you're tech savvy, you can make some of those covers your background.
That's it. But when it comes to me, though, I like, if I'm going to read a book, I buy a compendium. Like, I'll buy a big old honker version of the book. Like, because right now, I still get nervous opening books that I've had for 15 years. I'm like, oh my gosh. But if it's a new book, I take it out, I read it, and I put it back. I have to read it one time, and then I put it away. Just because that's me. I'm a reader, I'm a story guy. I love covers, but I'm a story guy. And if you don't catch me, I'm sorry. You can have the prettiest covers in the world, but if you don't get me, I'm pretty well done. But I think that it's fun, when people start looking at, where they came from and what comic books did for them as people. There are people that like, at one point in time, I used comics as a getaway from reality. I would read, same thing with novels, it takes you away from things that may be upsetting or, harmful to you as an individual. So like right now, I love when people come in and they're like, "Man, I just picked up the latest issue of blah, 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 and I absolutely fucking love it. You did a great job, or the team did awesome. This is my favorite page." It's just like, fuck, that's cool. That's really cool that we can, change something enough to affect a human being. That's a human being. And if we can give you goosebumps or we can, give you some kind of feeling or even a smile. If your day is shit and you pick up Theater 7 and something makes you smile about it, that's awesome. That is a life-changing thing. Because I hate to be the one to put it out there, but in the world today, you don't see people smile enough. You don't see people happy enough. So to be able to give you some kind of pleasure and joy, it's amazing. Like, it's fucking awesome. And I'm grateful that you guys give us the opportunity.
It's important. We like you said, we need more of that. And the world is a rough place, and especially lately, it's getting rougher. And it's not, nostalgia is real. But so anytime we can get some laughter and some smiles and some joy and some fun and entertainment, take it, grab it, keep it.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. We were looking at, I was looking at Fallen Leaves 2 today because we got some new pages and they're absolutely beautiful. David and Gabriel are just slaying those pages. So he is laying lines down like nobody's fucking business, and it's a beautiful thing to see. But that book is so intense. It's so intense. I cannot wait for more and more people to be able to get into Nitika's journey and what she's going through. And I know that issue 1 was like really like balls to the wall, but I'm hoping that people will really, really enjoy it, you know, going forward now that we've created this personality for this young woman, you know, what she's going through as she's aging and stuff. Not to mention you get a really, really old druid, and I like druids. Like I like like I played a druid in WoW, I played a druid in D&D, I played a druid in fucking Diablo. I like druids. Like I just like druids, you know, and so I think it's you guys are really gonna enjoy, right? I think you guys are really gonna enjoy him. You know, and then we've got a saucy little dwarf that's super, super fun. She's actually a paladin, and I'm not going to give away too much of the story for that, but she's a paladin, and she likes to beat the shit out of people with her ladle, so I'm a fan. Look
Sounds
at
like
that.
my grandma.
Sounds like your grandma. I love it.
There you go.
I love your grandma already.
Love it.
She'd beat you with a ladle if you didn't listen.
That's
Oh
right.
my gosh. It's like the chancla, right? You just oh man,
Can't mess with that.
yeah, I don't mess with that chancla. Fuck around and get beat up.
Exactly.
So
It's like a
Blake,
boomerang.
what are you working on, my friend? What do you got going on here?
Yep, that's you.
Fingers?
It's not me.
Oh man,
Ah,
Nice.
nice.
so good. Look at those pointy ears.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Little
Yep.
peekaboo ears.
Mm-hmm. I'm thrilled with the direction that everybody's going with the art, the stories. I think that you guys are really in for a treat at the end of the year with Dan Wickline's story coming out.
Mhm.
You know,
That's gonna be fun.
oh man, I've read his stories, didn't know they were his until later, and he told me they were. And so, as someone that is again likes to consider themselves an aficionado, you know, when I sat and talked to him and heard what he had planned to put out for us, I was very thrilled with it, you know. And I know Bladen is a huge fan of the whole King Arthur thing and stuff, so I was really, really excited. Because in reality, I know jack shit other than, you know, it was King Arthur, you know, and he had the round fucking table and all that jazz. I'm not going to get into it because I'm not trying to insult anybody about how cool this is, and I'm going to say something dumb. So, but the story is so cool. Like, I had no idea there was magic involved and fairies and, you know, whatever. So there's going to be all kinds of neat stuff going on.
Magic and fairies and family drama and
Oh my gosh.
and chivalry
Yes,
and
dude.
honor and yep, you name it, it's all there.
Oh, it's going to be so ridiculous. You know, but before that, though, we have a book that all three of us, Bladen, April, and I, are very excited about. But we were all very like, I was real nervous about the first issue of Where They Dwell coming out. I was very nervous, not because of the art or anything like that, but again, I didn't want to teeter over the edge to the Red Label books. And it's real easy for me. Like, I can fall over there real fucking quick. And yeah, it takes nothing. Like, I'm there, you know. And this particular book, I remember going to Heather and I was like, should I go the traditional route or should I do this BDSM thing I have got going on in my head? And she was like, run with the kink. And I was like, oh my God. So if we get the wife's approval to do it, it's going to be great. And then I know, you know, April and Bladen were about it.
I love your wife.
Amazing. So what's going on with that book, though, is you've got Hedwyn and Omar are on that book. And dude, they are monsters in their own right. But when you put them together, it is dangerous going. So we're all very, very excited to have them on for an ongoing series. And this is our first book in this type of like realm, you know, because we do the listener and stuff. That's pretty, you know, there's a lot of religious themes to that. And same thing with Greed. But this is a very a much closer home to certain things than people are used to, I think.
I don't want to say blatant, but I think it's a little more apparent.
Yeah, it's a lot more in your face for sure.
Yeah.
Like there's a beautiful panel that Omar put together for the very first page where it looks like it's pulled right out of The Exorcist, and I just think it's the coolest thing, and that's what it is. It's that particular panel is an homage to the actual Exorcist poster that came out back in the day, where he's standing there and it's just like the street light
looking at the building
area. Yeah, man, it's just beautiful, and those guys are putting in serious work on it, and I really think you guys are all going to be happy with it.
Well, I think that book can scare the shit out of somebody real fast.
Oh yeah, it's
literally. When I read through it the first time, and I'm like, this is The Exorcist meets John Constantine.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't know where it's going to go. Like you really, even at the end where what he does, the end, it's like you still don't know where he's going after the fact.
Right.
What's the next part?
Which is because then continue.
It's all about the page turn, and that I am proud of my skill set when it comes to the page turn. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that have talked about us and have brought up the page turn, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. Because
I have a feeling it's going to appeal to a very specific.
I agree.
Well, and some of them are here on.
Yeah. No, I absolutely.
But I think overall it'll be very interesting to see too, because if people do want to explore, it'll be interesting to see who stretches their wings and who's firmly in that camp. And so,
well, I write to, for anyone that doesn't know, I write to the artist. That's how I write. And if I know who's going to do the book, it helps me create, because I can imagine what they're working with. And when it came to that particular book, I remember, naming the book and going, every title that we do with Ethereal has to do with the book itself. Everything, every single issue has to do with the book. Frog Legs is the funniest because it literally has to do with the restaurant. So but everything else has been, if it hops, has to do with the serial killer. You know what I mean? And, you got Babes Going Dinosaurs, which is very literal. It's a very.
I was going to say that's a little on the nose.
Very on the nose, but in a good way.
Yeah,
yes.
My Metal Girl is the same way. It's very, very literal. Same thing with Kill Cam. Kill Cam is so much fun, and the title is everything for that book.
I'm so excited to see the artwork come out for that.
Oh man, Fallen Leaves was cool because the title came from the first issue. The burning in the village was a huge deal, and I wanted to always pay tribute to that first issue as we go forward. But when it comes to where they dwell, when they say when you're possessed, you can see what's happening, but you're like a passenger in your own mind. It's like April. Do you know what that shit? Your Dr. Doolittle lady. You know all about the medical stuff. What is that thing called when is sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
So people wake up and they literally can't move, they can't do anything at all, but the world is still moving around them.
Yeah.
And
that is some scary shit.
Right, terrifying.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
I don't recommend it.
Well, right on. Yeah, I'll pass. But it's one of those things where I was like,
was it an option?
Yeah, right.
I wish it was, but yeah.
That's how I felt about where they dwell. I felt like it was so the concept is it refers to the places that people are stuck in, is what it refers to. So like a physical manifestation of where you're stuck. If you're like the first book about this girl that has interests that she's never been able to work with or do anything with, and then to have this thing pervert her interest. You know what I mean? It's a very interesting concept to me, and going forward, those are the things that we're going to work with. If like I've been diving since I was 13. There are a lot of people that are afraid to be underwater. A lot of people afraid of sharks. A lot of people that are like, they watch the Discovery Channel and they're like, I'd never get in that fucking Shark
Week.
Well, look, bet money that we go into things like that. Your biggest fears are what we're going to play off of, whether it's arachnophobia, whether you're scared of sharks, whether you're scared of snakes, scared of falling, scared of heights. We're going to play with all these different fears because I feel like that's what it would be like. Like if it could torment you with your greatest fear, that's what it's going to do. I'm not saying that we're going to go in there and visit little Nicky and shove pineapples glasses or anything, but we're definitely
doing calculus 2 sober.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
we
just
are going to visit a lot of different things and a lot of different situations. So I'm pretty thrilled with it. And these guys hemming. You know what? Now that our fucking shit is fixed, I can actually show you something. Hold on. I couldn't show you anything before because my shit stopped working.
I know, it was annoying.
It really was. It was goddamn awful.
What happened? I wasn't here for it. So what happened?
No, they billed me like 4 times for my StreamYard and then cut my StreamYard off because they said that I wasn't paying. And the reason they weren't getting paid was because my bank was like, you just billed us 4 times.
So they rejected it.
Yeah. So they were like, oh, well, we're going to work with you and we'll fix it. And they didn't work with me. So I had to start a whole nother fucking StreamYard. Let me grab this. Oh dear, it was difficult. Let me
oh, shucky darn.
Yeah,
shit.
Damn it all.
Speaking of those nasty emails.
Yeah.
Nice emails.
Nice emails. I don't send nasty emails. I only send nice emails. And sometimes apparently they go in the junk folder and I didn't know that. So
no, I was kidding.
Yeah, told on yourself. So
no, I respond to everything. And in fact, sometimes very passionately.
That's true. That is fucking honest talk as it comes.
That's how we started the jar.
Yeah, that is how we started. That's fair. That is how we started the jar. Let me see if I can.
The origins of the jar.
Gonna be able to. I am. I know where it's at. Hold on. Everything. I hide everything from myself, so I don't overshare anymore.
You put it in a special safekeeping spot.
Yeah, and then I forget.
And you forget access. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. I'm having fun watching Bladen.
Yeah, Bladen is smashing over there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can grab this particular image, and I'll show it to you guys. But I know I've been waiting to share these with Nathan because I know that he's excited for this one. So I've been waiting a little bit. But here we go. I'll pull it up real quick. Add overlay. Now that I can do that again.
Drum roll.
Yeah.
Struggle bust it.
Boom.
They're
yeah.
gorgeous pages. Like,
Wow.
I don't think that people are ready for how badass the new Ethereal books are coming. They're really getting every book we put out. April's been saying it since day one. Every book that we put out is better than the last one, like every single issue. And that's because we all push and struggle and learn from every book we put out. But this bottom panel may be one of my favorite panels to date that we've ever put out. And
I can see why. Yep.
Oh, it's gorgeous. But Omar is an absolute
viscerally.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys all these things. I love
the facial expression too. I mean, just
dude, I love the
raw emotion there on his face is incredible.
What you got, Bladen?
I said he can show us such wonders.
Oh my god, the wonders! Absolutely.
It's puking.
The nice thing about that page is like you could take that bottom panel and make a poster out of that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
And I would take it and I would put it right next to the Exorcist poster.
Yeah, well, it's funny that you bring that up because right now I'm working on printing the Kill Cam trio that April and Bladen did together, and putting that on the wall as huge posters over here on the other slanty wall. And then I'm going to start filling that wall with ethereal pages and stuff. So I'm really, really pretty pumped. They won't be real pages because I'm not that guy.
With thumbtacks.
With thumbtacks.
Yeah.
No, you guys are not.
Just makes you want to vomit every time.
I will hunt you down if you do that to an OA page.
We will come over and.
Oh my god! Well, that's what I have to do to get like, what do they call it? The coffin get-togethers. We should do an ethereal
Thorn Fest.
Yeah, we should do a fucking fest.
We should,
and bring all.
No, but we're not going to call it a fucking fest because that's just false advertisement.
That's just wrong.
Oh my god! You're Jesus.
Look, I'm worried about your marketing strategy.
Ow. I can't even respond.
I'm not even looking, so I'm hoping that it's just a pleasant surprise and you're just taking a minute to see anything through.
No, I'm drinking this like Sonic thing, and it's like
Mountain Dew.
No,
Mountain
Dew. No, it's like this and goddamn cereal. No,
Look, like I can't help if you ate cereal before you ate the Mountain Dew or drank the Mountain Dew.
There you go.
But if you're already cutting your gums with the cereal, it just gets in your system.
That's what I'm
faster.
trying to get it into my bloodstream faster.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start butt plugging Mountain Dew next.
Whoa! I don't think it works like that.
No. Oh
no.
man.
Get your IV out.
That's more plausible. I just worry about your, no, you know what? That's for you and your doctor. I don't even know. HR doesn't want to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah, HR started it.
Backpedal.
Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Hey now.
That's a project I'm not willing to manage.
Oh no. So anyway, I've been thinking about I refuse to put like real art on my walls because it's amazing and I don't want to ruin it. And most of the time you'll notice that I have very little original art from Ethereal. Like I have very fucking little. Because I like you guys to be able to get it. I like you to have it. I've said it before, like when I was younger, I couldn't afford original art and it was never within my grasp to begin with. So now that like right now, there are folks, myself included, that would kill for panels from Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like the very first couple issues of Spider-Man, we'd kill for these panels and these plates or whatever. And so like I look at it like this, with Ethereal coming out, and we're on year 2, going into year 3 now. I look at it like this. Every time we put out a new book or a first or something like that, those pages are something that people want. They would like to have. And what better place for them to be than with fans or friends than us? I mean, if I want to see it, I'll get on my computer and I'll look at it, or I'll print my ass a copy of it and slap it on a wall. You know what I mean? But
you have that option, yeah.
Right. For you guys to be able to be like, man, that's dope. I really would like that. To be able to just have it. I love that. I love that opportunity. I love to be able to give that opportunity because we didn't have it. And it's just like anything else. Anything that we can do to make the experience better is what we want to do. I know that April, amidst her giggles, feels the same. And same thing with Bladen. I know that they like to be able to put the art in people's hands,
Well, that's kind of like what we do, though. Like, that's why we do Comic-Cons. That's why we do panels. It's why we do, live streams. Like, we're trying to be more accessible so that people see the value of all the work that we do behind the scenes. What would be really great is if I could find a marker that has some ink in this bitch. It's ridiculous.
Details.
God's sake.
Like
it's so dry that it's fraying. That's some bullshit.
That sounds wrong.
That's
I gotta get the refill.
Bad and frustrating.
Get the refill. I know it's just really neat,
Well, it's like for example, you've got some things that you're holding for me. You know,
Yeah.
we've talked about the covers, you know, because I want you can show it to everybody.
Look here, I know I think I know of both pieces. I think because my memory is shit. Okay, so don't hold it against me. You'll have to remind me sometimes. But I think I know this one was for you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which I absolutely love that piece. And I'm pretty sure the other was the Kill Cam cover, wasn't it?
It was the Kill Cam cover and then the Greed cover too.
Yep.
So
that's gorgeous.
Greed cover. Which Greed cover was it?
There was 2 Greed covers that we had talked about a while back.
You better remind me of these things.
I was gonna say, yeah, but now we're back to it's a while back. The memory issues are gonna.
Let me see. Let me look at my phone.
Yeah, just remind me. I'll find them. Either that or I'll have Bladen help me find them.
I mean, I love the original art, you know, the panels and the pages.
Oh man, but you have some of the best though. You have some of the best, and then you have one of the best ones coming to you. Like I'm like, motherfuck. Like that was a really good one. Like when I saw the Kincaid one, I was like, God damn, that's awesome, Shawnee. And then I turned around and I was like, man, she got that badass April one too. And then I turned around and I was like, you gonna get that badass one too? Like, I love that shit. Like, I tell you what, I think April and Bladen both. The more I see from them, the better they get on everything they do. And I love watching the development.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this, and I say it with full confidence. It's not just the skill level that goes up with the ethereal artists. Every time you see us do something, like if you see Bladen do Agent C, every time he does C, it's better than the last time he does C. And that's just because it's like muscle memory. You're learning these characters, the ins and outs of these characters. Unlike John Romita Jr. Wait, what? But
it looks bad.
No,
I saw it. It looks bad, dude. Like he should have stopped in the 90s, 2000s. Chris Michael
just
got
stop
a lot
whenever
better
you
than
want,
he did.
sir. You just go ahead and quit whenever you feel like doing it.
You know, it's moments like this that bring me all back to you shit talking the creator of Gambit.
You know
We're
what?
gonna start making a second jar.
God, that guy ruined my goddamn life. Don't mess with me.
You know, for a couple of months, it was all like, "Speak some Creole to me, Big Daddy." It's like, oh, it's not happening. Here, I'll give you the link to the weekend's tutorial.
Like a 15-minute tutorial. Get out of here.
Look at you, like learning and encompassing an entire. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
I laid off for a few, and you start hanging on to somebody else.
I will
bring other people down.
I'll jump on. You don't even like Marvel. Get out of here with that shit.
You're right. I'll burn that. You know what? Nope. That's incriminating. I stopped. Nope.
What happened to the Marvel building? April was talking shit the other night.
Oh, that's because I back my shit. That's
you know
that money.
I joke, but I used to. If you guys follow the group for a while. I used to get on every now and then, and I'd compare a page of Ethereal to a page of Marvel or DC like once a week, and it just got so bad that I couldn't do it anymore. Like it was to this point where like we were joking about that. Was it Batgirl where she was in the bathroom and the goddamn bathtub was in front of the door to exit the bathroom all of a sudden? Like
I remember that. Yeah.
What happened here? Well, I don't even understand what's going on. Or, you know, the fact that we're just getting people to come on to do art that are like not talented, not fucking pros, not even amateurs. You're just grabbing people off the fucking internet because you think they're fucking social media celebrities. That doesn't make a comic book, dude. You guys got to stop that shit. But no,
you know, this industry is hard enough that we don't need to tear everybody down that has done something wrong.
Exactly.
We've all drawn that sixth finger. We've all had an eye that's gotten a little wonky.
The eye that's looking in the other direction.
We've all been so desperate to make that fucking deadline so that we can make sure that we can put
all
food
the way
on our
over
plate.
on the
So
pectoral.
everybody needs to chill before I get really pissed, because this industry is hard enough the way it is.
That's it.
We don't need to tear other people down to make ourselves look better, because our shit is already good. And we're getting better every time that we put something out. I won't stand for it. So sorry. It's funny every once in a while, but if we take it too far, we're setting a bad example for the rest of the trolls out there who think they can get away with it. We are not those people. Fuck around and find out at any show.
That's it.
I'll be right there. I will. On the front lines. We've all made mistakes.
That's it. And we get the dicks on the foreheads too.
Oh God, I can't wait.
That's a horn. That's what we call it. It's a horn.
That's a horn. It's a uniporn.
It's a bone grow device. Bro, was it thing?
It sucked. Like, I had to do that shit for like 6 months. It sucked.
You got an early start? I don't know.
Oh my God. Whatever. Just make sure Marvel's buildings stay standing, right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, for me, like, I haven't read a Marvel book probably in a good 8 years. You know, and I think it's because
that's okay. If there's anything that's worth having, it's probably been canceled already.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, the X-Men are on run 80 of #1, because every month is.
I heard that the Animal Man or something. I heard that one was actually pretty good, and then they like canceled it before it really got it.
I thought that was DC. Wasn't Animal Man DC?
It was.
Was it? Okay, I don't know anything that's ever worth that's grain of salt.
For sure.
It just gets, it doesn't.
It was fun, right? The concept for that was fun. The show started to be cool. Like, I don't know what happened with the show, but the show started to be great. Look at right now, people forget, right? Everybody comes out and they're like, Deadpool's the first rated R movie that was comic book. No, man, you had Blade. You had a lot of stuff out, Look at Conan. Conan was a Marvel book well before Blade or, Deadpool, so I think that we look at these things and we, like I said, I'm always one to have a lot of pride in the folks that came before us. I say it all the time. I'm grateful to everybody that came before us that have made the path, but there are situations like, from a reader's perspective, not even from a publisher's perspective, when Brand New Day came out, it ruined me. And I did not read another issue of Spider-Man until Reign came out. And when Reign came out, I thought it was the best thing that they'd put out in probably 20 years. But that particular book, I heard they're doing a sequel. Like right now, it's in previews. You can order the new sequel coming out to Reign. And I'm just like, I don't think it'll have as much impact as that first like 4-issue miniseries did that they put into like compendium, put together. But that was one of the greatest things in the world. Like, it really was. And I tell everybody that's ever read a comic book to read Spider-Man Reign. Like, it's amazing. But I think that DC right now is moving into really great cartoons. I think the cartoons are really, really good. I can't wait to be like, hey, look, we're moving into things like that. That'd be amazing. But I just want to give people product that they can be happy with, that they can be happy they picked up. Like we were just, April, Bladen and I were just talking about a gentleman that had commented on a page from BGD that had never talked to us, never spoke to us or anything. And was like, the only thing he said, let's talk about the elephant in the room, that hand is at a weird angle. And I was like, well, we appreciate your notice and all this jazz, whatever. But it's one of those things where it's like April said, none of us are infallible. We're only human, So, and the cool thing about the ethereal artists is we all have soul. We're not AI artists. So everybody's in here. It's easy to miss something. It's so very easy to miss something. There are panels from way back where like Cade has a tail and there'd be no tail, and I would be this was before Bladen got on, but I'd be so busy with other shit, I'd miss it. Like I'd absolutely miss that there was no tail, and that's why it's so important to have a great editing team. It's so important to have, because you are human, you are infallible. You're gonna drop the ball every now and then, and I don't think it's the person that drops the ball's fault ever. I think it's the person that doesn't man up and tell them that there was an issue. You know what I mean? Like if you're the dude that's supposed to catch the issue, well, if you're drawing 60 pages a month, and you happen to fuck up one, well, where's the guy that's supposed to be your catching net? Who's down underneath you going, hey, look, I got this. Don't worry about it. I noticed that. That's why teamwork is so incredible and it's so important. I had a cat ask me the other night. He was like, real young dude, super nice. He came at me a little bit different than most people that want to work with Ethereal. And he was like, hey, man, I love this book. I want to work on this particular book. Like, it wasn't like a question. It was a statement. Like, he was like, I want to work on this book. And I was like, well, okay. This is a little weird, but I'll check your Instagram. I'll check your portfolio, whatever, right? And nice guy.
Give him confidence in knowing what he wants.
Very confident, very forward. Nowhere near ready. Yeah. And before I could get back to him, he reached back out to me and he was like, yeah, I'm not ready for that. And I was like, before I could even answer, and I was like, man, I appreciate that. There's no saying you won't get there. It's just right now you're not ready for that. When April brought it up the other night, she called people gladiators. When you put gladiators together, you're always going to notice, and you never want people to feel like a weak link. You know what I mean? If they're a member of the team, you don't want to put a member of the team next to someone that's going to smash them or, not help them shine. The objective is to always make people shine. So if you go out there and you put like Sugar Spit with a kid that's just started doing artwork, it's not fair to him. It's really it's not fair to that kid that's just getting into this, because now he's going to feel defeated, and you don't want people to feel defeated, because people look at your sales numbers. Like, we keep up with sales numbers for every cover, for every art. And it's one of those things where we're trying to lift each other up, not break people down. So I'm never going to bring on anyone to Ethereal that I don't think is going to help lift everybody else up.
Well, we're still growing and still learning what the limitations of our artists are. And sometimes I'll give them the option, hey, I can give you a practice page, or you can try to go in the big leagues. And then a lot of the time they're like, oh, we just want that money. I'm like, okay, well, that shows me that, you're not willing to practice first and take direction. So that might be your one and done kind of moment. And a lot of the times that's kind of what it is. Because we've moved beyond just our regular tier artists. We're really starting to invite notable names. And it's exciting that, one, they don't consider us a waste of their time. And two, it's really, really cool to take these characters that have been plucked from Dustin's head and given into physical form, literally given their 15-20 years worth of experience and sculpted into expertise lines. It's great. Like, I feel like, Bladen and I do a fairly decent job, but everybody's got different talents. And it's really neat to see what they bring to the table in addition to what we can provide. Art is incredibly subjective, but
for sure,
stories and the way that they get woven, it's magical. So
Being personable is a skill that is lifelong for anybody.
For sure. Yeah. Well, it's interesting, right? Like when you look at when you look at a piece of art, like look at the Weber's piece. Mr. Weber just sent us one, and I had not seen it till like last night, and I thought it was gorgeous. It was just so much fun because it had him all over it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I get goosebumps when people are like, "Man, look, yeah, I'm down." Look at Chad Harden fucking doing covers. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I was really blessed when I got into this because I didn't come into comics blindsided. You know, I knew people in the industry, but I didn't know people like we know people now. And it's one of those things where the you know, there are very few people, thankfully, and it's not to toot our horn, but it's very few people have declined to do a cover for us. And most of the time, if they decline, it's not due to that they don't want to work with us or they don't appreciate us. It's sometimes the content is something that certain folks just don't want to work with. You know, I remember
or time schedules. I mean, we've got books that we're pushing out every 2 weeks, every month, and sometimes they have a regular gig and they unfortunately just don't get time.
It just doesn't work. Yeah.
You know what? It's okay. We'll just linger and lurk in the shadows until they're ready.
Cyber stalk them a little bit, and then eventually it'll work out. Pounce.
Yeah. You know, it's really neat. And like April said, you know, for people to be able to bring the things to life, like I look at, I think Silvestri is one of my biggest influences. Absolutely one of my biggest influences. From my writing style to the art styles in the books. You know, I've always admired everything the guy did, like everything he's done. You know, and same thing with McFarlane. Not so much the art from McFarlane, but his drive and what he's accomplished and what he's done, you know, have always been something I looked at as absolutely brilliant. You know, not everybody can go, I'm going to put it all on the line to buy a baseball. You know, not everybody can be like, I'm going to put every dime I've got into this, but I know it's going to pay off. And that's what we did when we started Ethereal. I threw every dollar I had at it. And it was something that was real hard in the short run. You know what I mean? Not easy in the long run, but it's borne fruit, you know. Like I'm so blessed that we have these amazing team members and all their talent, because when somebody comes in and like look at the years of experience that April and Bladen have between the two of each other, you know, it's massive. And when they go, hey, look, I want to draw this, or I have faith in this book, or I really like this, it's something that's just a mind-blowing thing. And then you have guys that come in that are in the industry. Like I said, I've only talked to, oh my gosh, Brian Polito probably 3 times. In reality, 3 times. But the first time I spoke to him, I was buying books from him. The second time I spoke to him, it was just in passing. The third time we were in fucking Phoenix and I got a chubby. It was so exciting because I was walking. I remember I was looking at books before the show started. I was dropping off books to guys and stuff because we had like 8 people that worked with Ethereal at that show. And I was dropping books off all over the entire place. And I remember I was looking through books and he was like, man, he walked past me, then turned around and was like, hey, man, I read BGD 1. It's great. Mm-hmm. And I was like, motherfuck. You know, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, so I just, it is, there's always going to be times when we look at things and we talk about how hard they are. But if we look at all the amazing Frans, all the amazing things going on, it's more than enough to build your confidence, that you're going in the right direction. When Nate goes, man, I'm ready for this book, I'm like, that's going to be a banger. Nate's ready for it. That's
dude, I'm so like, when I buy every cover of There Be Shadows, I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was that fucking book. That book is ridiculously fun, but it's when I just feel like April has said it, and she said it numerous times. When we put a character together and people come out of the woodwork to work with that character or on that character, you just kind of feel like it's not even real sometimes. Like it doesn't even feel like reality. Like we did, like I said, we were doing these mystery boxes, and I got message after message for these mystery boxes about people going, I'd really like to get a Theater 7 cover, or I'd really like an If It Hops cover in there, or I'd really like this, whatever. And I'm that person that I don't fucking care that it's a mystery box. You don't know what cover you're getting. You want to read a certain book, and I respect that. So I'm going to make sure you get that particular issue in the box. You know what I mean? Maybe not the cover you were thinking.
Right, you can get the title, but the actual cover will be a mystery. So there you go.
Yeah, dude, and it's just been something that I'm very
still
grateful.
In the
spirit. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I am a sucker for. I'm a people pleaser. Always have been. Like, that's my love language. I like you to be happy. That has always been my love language, and it's something where, like, if April's ever having a bad day, I'm going to always go out of my way to make sure she feels better. Same thing with Bladen. I always want them to feel good, because that's important to me, that they're in a good space. April had me in tears this morning, like in tears. And it was
I didn't know that I had done that, so I'm really sorry.
It's fair. She had no clue, but she's like, I had this super emotional morning. And then she sends me these images, and I'm like, these are the greatest thing on God's green earth right this second. And I was just like, total bitch mode. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me in the least. But
was those the pictures of Mouse drawing Angelus's portrait?
Well, that and the Neil Gaiman.
Oh, that, yes. I love Neil Gaiman and Guillermo del Toro.
Oh my gosh. I was just so blown away because, again, I work with a lot of amazing artists and a lot of amazingly talented people. I do not work with very many writers. I really don't. I don't work with very many. I work with a couple, and all of them, well, like the 3 or 4 of them, are incredible people, and they all write differently, but when someone comes in and they're like, hey man, this is something, when it comes from your peer, and I view writers as my peers.
Why don't you just read it?
I will read it. Make me cry again. Let me find it.
I think you're building it up, but I mean, it's very touching, but you're adding 50 words to something that was expertly written at 15.
He's a writer. That's what he does.
I know.
Yeah.
But at least I'm not as bad as, King. All right. I'm not as bad.
Well, you're getting there.
Whatever. That's fair. I'm probably getting there. Don't let me get to the point where it takes me 9 pages to tell you what grass looks like. Hold on.
Oh, I'll tell you.
I was going to say, I'm sure Nate would. Nate definitely will. And if I come around,
yeah. No, I appreciate.
I mean, really, is it that much greener, or is it more chartreusey?
Right.
Grass. It gets cut.
The third blade on the right side was 2 inches shorter than the others. It's just all right. So it says,
start that way.
some of your a gentleman commented to Neil Gaiman. It says some of your books make it seem like you believe in actual literal magic. It says, comma, do you? And he said, I can write down a few words and make people thousands of miles away whom I have never met and will never meet laugh tears of joy and cry tears of true sorrow for people who do not exist and have never existed, never will exist. if that isn't actual literal magic, I don't know what is.
That's beautiful.
Oh, just,
and so here we have this, I wouldn't say truth sayer, but we have this writer, this creator of worlds who is, suppressing disbelief and is giving us this escapism opportunity in a post-COVID society. And here we are enjoying and elaborating on the things that truly are in his head.
Here.
Stop. Don't you bitch out on me. Shut up, Buttercup. We're live on air.
We're live.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
but
be honest.
no, I know where your covers are. Man. They're right around the corner.
You can draw some dicks on him.
Do not do that to my original pages, please.
Oh my god.
Context.
There are some really. I'll show you guys some pages real quick. Bladen sent me some pages for some of the If It Hops backers for book 2. For the backers for book 2. Hold on.
Actually, I just went through Kickstarter and I pulled back up the campaign because I'm trying to remember because I have it all written down. And I'm like, wait, what does that cover look like?
Yeah, I'm so jealous about some of these pages because they're so good.
Oh yeah, I like the pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
Like they're just so much fun. I'm so excited. Shawnee, have you read the digital edition yet?
Yep.
I had no idea what pages I was getting to give people. And I just remember
Speaking of mystery boxes.
it was I told him. I was like, Blade, let me get mystery box of pages to send folks.
Oh, cool.
And they're just so badass. Like, I really can't wait for you guys to see issue 3 when it's done. It's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, we can't wait either.
I know.
Oh man. Well, you guys got to wait. You got to go through. You'll get issue 2 physically within the next couple weeks, and then Underland starts coming in right after that.
Yay!
And then the Christmas book right after that. So we're definitely plugging away.
I love it. It's going to be boom, boom, boom.
You might need a bigger truck.
Man, as long as I don't get the same asshole freight driver, I'll be okay.
Well, he's in district, so maybe you need to make him some cookies.
Yeah.
They're like, look, I think you
Especially
were angry the last time.
Exactly. No candy uploading, please.
Put you in a better mood when you drop my shit off, bro.
Well, if you have your bone growth machine.
We're gonna need a shirt for that one.
She's dope. Sorry.
It isn't ball growth machine. You know
bone
growth. Jesus Christ. Get your melons bigger. Just vibrate the shit out of them.
That just requires, well tequila.
Oh my gosh.
Lots and lots of tequila.
Well tequila, the cheap stuff.
Tequila. We're gonna have plenty of that in Hawaii.
Because we gotta be on a budget.
Balling on a budget.
Oh, that's bad on 2020 time then. You're
Jesus,
on the budget.
I thought you liked me.
Well,
I don't want to wind up in a ditch with food poisoning.
Oh my god. Well, I think I do think we've got a lot of cool things going on right now, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. All except for I don't even have that machine anymore, you brat. I haven't had that
because
machine
the batteries ran out.
No, you plugged it into the wall.
Oh well.
Yeah. I don't have that machine anymore. I wasn't allowed to keep it.
But did you try? That's the main question.
No, I did not try. I was just being facetious. It had a great size wrap on it, though. I tell you that. Anyway,
Best Friday night ever.
Yeah, it's Friday. It is definitely Friday, and we can definitely tell it's Friday. April managed to skip out on mom duty for
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, it's too hot. I don't want to go.
Nate's back. So hey, the gang's all here. It's awesome.
That's right. That's it. You got it.
Well, I know how April feels. It's the same thing down here in Dallas. It's 110, 115. We're dying. Hey, but we're supposed to have 97 on Monday. I'm going to take that and run with it.
You said 27?
97.
97. It's supposed to go down to 97.
Yeah. That'd be great for y'all.
Yes.
It actually rained yesterday. It hasn't rained in like 2 or 3 months. I was like, those look like rain clouds, but I don't want to jinx it. And then they're like, is that thunder? I don't know. It might be, but I don't want to jinx it. And then it's just downpouring. Like, is that rain? I'm afraid to look. I'm just going to accept it. I don't know. Like, I'm real nervous. And sure as the world, it really rained.
I'm going to get shit here.
Yeah, sucker.
So, what's really cool right now? I just had Morgan Bailey just posted. She's been getting her, it's real hot, Eastland. But Morgan Bailey has got her covers, and she's been signing some books for us, and we'll be sending them out to people here shortly. But her cover for Fallen Leaves was great. Like, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And now that cover is out, like I said, we got in just a little bit, we got the Christmas book coming out, and she had a great cover for the Christmas book. Like,
that was
Yeah.
A really big fan.
She really is in what she does. So
she's such a fun person. Are you getting out of here, Bladen?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, brother.
Good night.
Hi.
I go the dirty bits.
Oh, the naughty bit.
Oh, there it is.
So we'll put that on the Facebook group, and we will we'll get that done for him. Take it easy.
I have to not end this. Hold on.
I'll
like I always do.
Here, I got you. I'm gonna hold. I'll handle
it.
Green screen him.
Yeah. Look.
Yay!
Not ending early like last time.
Yeah.
And he did it another time, I think, while you were gone as well.
Yeah. It's so funny. He's like, "Oh shit!" Fuck. And then I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "I did it." But no.
Did it now.
Yep.
Morgan's got her Christmas cover coming out shortly too, which was just so much fun. Love it, absolutely love it. Her and her husband both have a great way. Yeah, it's so adorable. They just have a really cool way of doing, their backgrounds and stuff through Photoshop and all that jazz. So super, super fun, and I'm excited. But I will say this: it is 9:30. We've been on here an hour and a half. And we just lost one of our compadres. He said, I can still kill the stream from here.
Oh, gosh. Do not touch the button, Bladen.
Yeah, don't touch the button.
Is it red? If it's red, you have to. It's compelling.
Don't hit the button.
Don't touch the orange one. You can touch the red one because there's no red one. Just don't touch the orange one.
Well, what if he's colorblind? That's just.
Oh no! You know what? How terrible would that be? I was about to end the stream on that, but look at this. How terrible would it be to be an artist, like an incredible artist, and be batshit colorblind?
Ali Garza.
I didn't know Ali was colorblind.
Yeah, he was posting about it not too long ago.
Oh really? I had no idea.
Yeah. He's figured out what color combinations work, but whenever they're like real wonky in his youth, he's like, yeah, that's why. I'm like, oh, well, sure.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Okay.
Oh my God, speaking of talent, he's got fucking in spades too. Jesus. All right. Well, anyway, now that we've had all that nonsense out of the way.
Oh, and don't forget to back Mermaid.
Yes. All the mermaids.
I figured out that I needed to add the covers. I figured out that I needed to add the covers to the story so you can see them when you actually read the rest of the profile. So that's been adjusted, and I'm sorry in advance. But yeah, go back, take a look. It's super fun.
Peep in on them peepers over there.
You'll get pages like this.
And it is in all ages. There is one topless cover open, but the rest of the interior of the book and the first two, like cover A and cover B, are all PG-13 rated. So, they'll be going out before Christmas, so they make a very nice Christmas gift for other people as well as yourself.
Love it. I'm about that life. Y'all check out them crazy mermaids. We love them to pieces.
They're pretty,
especially because they're April's mermaids.
Exactly. April did it.
And I don't half-ass. They're beautiful.
Only whole ass. We only
whole ass.
Yeah.
That's right.
With vibration things.
The whole peach.
Oh. No, that's
the whole peach. I dig that too. I could eat me some peach. Anyway, y'all have
Millions of peaches.
and love me some peaches. And we will talk to y'all shortly. Be good.
Night.